What's happening today, Kate?
Well, today we've got a judicial settlement conference. Hopefully getting a settlement after many years. What's kept me strong through this has been that all these other people are waiting for some test cases to happen. We've been one of those test cases, but it's nearly finished me in that process.
It never felt like just an ordinary family home. It's always been a bit more.
This house is a community house. It's a house called Te Whare Mokaroko by local Māori because of the work that's taken place in this over the nearly 40 years we've been in it. And that's my office here. Look how tidy it was. The Minister of Disarmament in my office here. There's the most beautiful photo over here is the kids hugging me when the World Court opinion came through. Most wonderful occasion because we won the case and basically nuclear weapons were declared illegal.
Going to the World Court and getting nuclear weapons outlawed was pretty rad. It was a pretty big thing to do.
You're still waiting?
Yes, 11 years on, we're still waiting. We still live in a cold, mouldy, draughty, damp house with slates still falling off and twisted windows that don't shut. That first quake was pretty hideous at 4:30 in the morning. 3 chimneys came down, a huge amount of damage. It was measured that the house had dropped 8.4 centimetres down this side, so you can imagine the twisting that's gone on in the house. Earthquakes kept rolling in. You'd be trying to sleep in a room where there was dust falling on you and water pouring through the roof. So there were a lot of temporary repairs. And we had a comprehensive full replacement policy. And it was with state and then IAG took over. You were just waiting for it to be fulfilled. This place has got a slate roof, 5 bedrooms, 2 studies. It's a large house.
And metal windows?
Steel windows. There are very few of them in Christchurch in homes. It was built in 1924 by the England brothers, who are craftsmen. We tried our builder and our builder wasn't acceptable to, he wasn't on a list that was available at the time. They can start soon, so get ready, packed up and move out, so we did that. And when we came back, we found that major things had not been done, including the steel windows. Slates falling off the roof. They just keep falling off.
That's repaired?
It was never repaired. I had to put this in to stop the freezing cold air coming through. There's a hump just over here and a dip over there. But the floor levels are all out. And the bathroom leaking. We would hand deliver the letters to IAG because we got so brassed off that we weren't getting a reply. We wanted to make sure everything was delivered. And there are cracked beams all through here. We were nice to people. I didn't lose my temper. I made sure that my papers were well written and not abusive. We've got to keep good relationships with people. We're used to doing that. We're used to mediating and asking for resolution of conflicts, but not with this one. And this is where I crawled under to check out the piles under the bathroom. Once you start to get so desperate, I think it was when we had a Criticam report that showed how the levels were out and the mess under the floor and the whole house was completely out, which we knew. It was then that we just said, we've got to get lawyers, but we had no idea how much it was going to cost us. The High Court route is pretty brutal for homeowners. I think I've seen it with so many other people in Christchurch that a lot of insurance companies, not just IAG, have used a lot of delaying tactics. Documents are late, documents and briefs weren't even being put in, and yet we were being charged massive legal bills.
It gathers up in the roof and then it drips down there.
The insurance companies have got high-paid lawyers from Auckland. They've got power in a way that we haven't. Firms can liquidate, families can't. We have to stay in the damp house and keep fighting. It has been wear us out until you can't take much more. It's unbelievable how much we've spent with lawyers. It's over 200,000. And with experts, at least 170,000, nearly $400,000.
Kate doesn't give up. Yeah.
It took 2 years to get to a mediation that didn't work between all the parties. We were pretty desperate. I heard about the tribunal, and that became like a lifesaver to us. Tribunal was set up actually to try and balance the big, powerful insurance companies on this side and the ordinary homeowners on this side, and to give homeowners a voice. The tribunal is not supposed to be adversarial like the High Court. It's supposed to be cost-effective and fair and flexible, but often what we've discovered is that you've had the High Court way of working imposed on us by a whole lot of lawyers standing behind us who know all the games, and a judge who's trying to give us a fair moment. I'm not a lawyer, Rob's not a lawyer, and we've had to learn to become lawyers. We've had to learn to cross-examine, to write submissions. I think they didn't realise how resilient Rob and I were. In December last year, the judge made a decision that there was not a lot of pre-existing damage. There was quite a lot of bad repairs.
They also tried just gluing one bit of slate to the other.
That basically
That's a bit of glue.
the house was earthquake damaged and most of it had to be repaired. Yes! I hope there's a decent amount of money being offered for the first time in 11 years. But I know it's not over yet because we've still got to move out of our home and still got to get the repairs done, and we're still leaking. I mean, the house is still leaking even since our last interview. The judge actually starts the whole opinion by saying this is a warning to all other insurers that this tribunal can award costs, where we had effectively proved that IAG had had bad behaviour, bad faith, and held us up on unreasonable delays, etc. So it's a success for us in many ways. It's very little money because that's towards tribunal costs, not towards all the other High Court costs.